Okay. Okay. Hi, welcome everybody. Heart to Heart podcast. This is our 10th episode with beautiful Paul. So, Paul, it's your call. So, if you'd like to introduce yourself.
Hi, Maitri, and thanks for having me. I should call you beautiful Maitri. um, yes, my name is Paul de Kock. I live in Spain. I am from South Africa. I run a business in South Africa, a national sales and distribution company. I have worked in the health and wellness space for 28 years now. I represent various brands. I think we're closing in on more than 900 SKUs of products we sell.
Oh,
I am also in the process of expanding certain brands into the UK, and that's taken a while. Interesting journey. We always learn with these journeys. And then because I have many interests, I have qualified as a life skills coach. I think it's about 13 years ago now. Very
mm,
important part of my journey,
mm,
understanding the self and how we turn up in the world we live in. And I have various coaching, counseling certifications. Another one I completed in 2024 was won by Heroic.us. Brian Johnson, who leads that brand and company, has been very instrumental in my self development.
mm,
And then apart from that, I'm also, because of the work I do, I always say I sell supplements. I don't sell food. Well, I do sell food, but the supplements I sell, they are food supplements. And hence the fact that I qualified as a nutritional therapist as well,
mm,
because I believe health and wellness starts not only with a good mindset, but also with a good body. Well, good body meaning a good diet.
mm.
So, because I mean, I think I've mentioned this to you before. I love lentils.
Mm.
Lentils is one of the healthiest things you can eat. And I'm
Yeah.
never going to tell somebody, buy this expensive supplement because it contains all the ingredients in these fruits and vegetables. Rather buy the fruits and vegetables and then add the supplements in to compensate for anything you may not have in your diet. So
Mm,
I do that. And then I also, with a colleague, Mary Null, started the AI School of Possibilities because I think of myself as the possibility maker. You know, we are only limited by the boundaries that we create in our own mind.
mm,
And so the AI School of Possibilities is something that's developing quite nicely. And both coaching and AI informs my work and has helped me achieve a lot more in my work. Always find it fascinating when people get into coaching. I'm going to stop the work I'm doing. I'm going to become a coach. And I guess a lot of people have the mentality of, this is my new job. This is what I do. But
mhm,
I find the big secret is how can it make you turn up better in who and what you are right now, the work you're doing, what you want to achieve, etc. Because
mm,
ultimately, it's about self development and being a better version of yourself.
mhm. True. Wow. It's a lot of things that our audience is going to have from you. Cool, cool. Thank you for sharing. So I'm just curious and wondering that what incident or anything you'd like to share that you have started your journey long back in this wellness specific area that something that inspired you that I need to know more. Is there anything?
Well, I think we have many experiences in our lives that influence us and how we evolve as human beings.
Hmm.
I think a core motivating factor for me is the desire to help people empower themselves.
Hmm.
I come at everything from the perspective that you have the power to be who you want to be inside yourself. But you also could remain. I love the analogy of a fishbowl. So if you think of a goldfish, or you think of a, what do you call those little trees? The people, you like Japanese gardens, so,
Mm-hmm.
or Japanese philosophy. So you know the
Mm-hmm.
bonsai trees that
Yeah.
people, yeah.
Yeah.
So the reality is, we can think of ourselves as the goldfish or the bonsai tree, or we can decide we want to change the container and
Hmm.
become a massive goldfish and a massive tree. But that's locked in there in our minds.
Hmm.
So that's one of the reasons I sell supplements, because a lot of people, they disempower themselves by thinking that their health and wellness is a journey to the doctor to find out what's wrong with them so they could take a pill to fix what's wrong with them and carry on doing what they're doing that caused them to have the pull in the first place. Now, I'm not knocking doctors. I'm the first person to stand up for the medical profession, even though I work in the health and wellness space, because I believe they do brilliant work, often within, again, strong boundaries that they have to work within. But I do believe that if you can engage people in a manner where they can ask the question, why is this happening to me, and what are my options? I remember working in a health shop. Oh my gosh, I was still young then, 25 years ago.
Oh.
And I learned very quickly that people came in and they wanted to come to a health shop and ask you questions, get a diagnosis, and then be given a pull. And I realized, no, this is not how I want to do this. Because Alan, who owned the health shop, he had a huge selection of books, and I love books.
Mm-hmm.
So and he had a coffee shop, restaurant.
Mm-hmm.
So I would sit people down and say, have a coffee and read that section. So you
Mm-hmm.
mentioned this is wrong with you, that's wrong with you. And then they would read it and they come and they go, oh my word, that is so true. It's so accurate. I think I need this or need that. And then you could start engaging them, and they come back week after week or month after month, and things would improve, and you would tweak what they're taking and the information. You give them more information and empower them more in the process. Of course, these days we have a situation where everybody on TikTok or Facebook Reels, they're a health expert. And so I feel a lot of people get inadequate information or self diagnose too rapidly because of this latest cure. And so that's not something I'm a fan of. So, really, in a nutshell, or big nutshell, that's where my interest comes from.
Wow. So, can I say that um, a feeling of giving kind of uh, somewhere it was inside that feeling of offering something or giving is a joy. So I hope you are having that feelings that when you are trying to help somebody or support somebody with the ways you have mentioned. there is always a joy, pure joy.
I don't know. I don't know if there's a an interesting question. I haven't thought of it that is a joy involved. I think of it there's a purpose involved for me,
Mhm,
and I feel aligned and in flow with my soul purpose. So, and maybe on this, you can say there's joy in that, in knowing that I have found the thing that
mhm.
helps me turn up in my life and face the obstacles I do face because I believe I bring value to the people I help.
Exactly. Exactly. Hmm. Maybe not joy, maybe in joy in other form, but value is there. So I think
Yes,
that is
no,
very inspiring. Yeah. Hmm.
thank you.
My pleasure. Okay. So, you can talk about your fashion AI so that people can, have have an idea. And if they find that it suits them, they can directly connect, isn't it? Because this is an AI era. So
Yes.
they can connect with for many purposes like AI, wellness, health, many things, right? So, yeah, how you
Yeah, I
have
mean,
started and again, the question will be that why AI and Paul?
yeah, good question again. For me, AI, when you find the things you find, when I found coaching, I was like,
Mm,
oh, yeah, this is something I'm interested in. This can make, this can be a tool that helps me live my purpose.
mm,
When I found supplements, etc., it was a tool. AI is another tool that
mm,
can expand the boundaries of what is possible for me.
mm,
I think often we have cultural and personal limitations we put on ourselves.
mm,
Eckhart Tolle speaks about the nets society costs at us when we are born, and within those nets there are also other little boxes
mm,
that we find ourselves in. And I mean, let's just put it this way. I know there's a lot of people who distrust AI and distrust the companies, and they fear the worst. So I can't speak to that.
mhm,
All I can speak to is the joy I see when I'm training people on AI and
mm,
they can touch lives around them, whether they're teaching them um, to speak English or whether
mm,
they are teaching them to be better teachers or they people who are in a job and I create a bespoke program for them and then they go, oh my word, that would normally take me an hour. It's taken me 5 minutes. And I got an amazing outcome. Now I can add another dimension to the work I do. So I don't see AI as a replacement for what you do, but it helps you do what you do better so you can offer more. You can
mm,
bring more to the work you do because a lot of people have constraints of family and time, etc. So if you want to, I mean, the reality of it is this: people who use AI in this world, they are getting ahead in leaps and bounds from their competitors. I mean, you get developers who don't use AI and they are not advancing as rapidly in their field as people who embrace AI. I know for myself, it began as a curiosity, and then, oh, I can do this, I can do
mm,
that. Now, for example, I use an AI, agentic AI called Hermes. HERMES. And I have it running on 3 computers, and I plan to put 1 or 2 versions more of it in the cloud.
mm,
So I have on this computer one that orchestrates 2 computers over there, and I can do remarkable things. I always say, come at AI like a person believing that it can do anything, because
mm,
then you can say, and you can go from, can it do this, and how can I get it to do more? I mean, a lot of people, like, instead of asking, how can AI help me, they can think about, where am I still spending my time on things that requires less of my time, so I can spend more time on things that matter more.
mm,
So it gives you, I mean, if you keep wanting to spend hours doing something that can take your competitors 10 minutes or 20 minutes, do that. I mean, but for me, I'd rather expand my company, enter new markets, and I also use it as a sounding board.
mm,
Whenever, like, ChatGPT's voice option is really good for this. So I ask it to act as a coach, and me
mm,
being a coach, I can go into a state of awareness of the
mm,
conversation, and then I can get so much out of it. So if I'm facing a problem, often, so you can go to a coach and have a really good result. And I mean, you do therapy and coaching, etc. And so we know those conversations are invaluable. But sometimes you don't want another human in the conversation. You just want to let your brain go, and you don't want somebody else to filter for you. And
mm,
AI is really good like that. So, and then you can just, like, do a complete brain dump and get something back and tweak that.
mm,
And I mean, that's how I'm expanding my business really rapidly.
mm. So, are we touching the very important topic of, I don't know, maybe as an expert, you can say that, are we touching the topic of that AI is helping to handle little kind of loneliness of people, that they can at least talk to someone, or chat
Yeah,
GPT they can use, yeah,
yeah.
because,
I mean, I've
yeah.
been in hospital in situations
Mm,
when my partner has had illnesses. We
mm,
was, and then I get stressed, but I really don't feel like having somebody go, oh, that's terrible. I don't want that human conversation.
mm,
And then it, I can sort of refocus my attention just engaging with ChatGPT. I mean,
mm,
so yes, I think, as I would always keep human interaction as the priority,
mm,
but failing that, I don't see the issue with having a well trained AI with proper guardrails to interact with when you're lonely. I mean,
mm,
I say proper guardrails and properly trained because I mean, I don't know if you're aware, but it's been in the news. There have been incidents where the very unfortunate situations has happened where a kid may commit suicide or something. And that is, of course, not what we're after. But I think there's a lot of lonely people in the world, and
mm,
loneliness is an epidemic.
mm,
And I think that having that AI is like, you know, answer me this. If a memory of something or watching something on the news can bring back the same emotional state as experiencing that thing
Hmm.
and create the emotional reaction.
Hmm.
Why can't we do the same by talking to an AI that is trained for that purpose so that we can feel connected and less lonely? Our brain can't tell that difference. All we
Hmm.
know is there's connection. And then you do get the judgmental people that will judge those people. But I mean, I'm not interested in people judging other people. I'm interested in, can this help that person?
Hmm. Wow. Hmm.
Have you used AI?
No.
You don't use AI.
No.
Have you got a
No.
particular objection against it?
No, nothing like that. I'm I'm in the routine. I think though I'm planning to do, but my schedules or regular activities, I'm not just getting time to concentrate on this maybe. So it's not that rejection, but definitely not. It's such a huge opportunity. But yeah, today, in fact, today I was thinking that how to get a good time for me, at least 30 minutes or 1 hour at least. But yeah, when things are happening like you're a mom and you need to follow the kids' schedule and your schedule and all that stuff. So even Saturday, Sunday weekends are not enough. Even 24 hours is not enough. I wish it should be 48 hours. So
Sure.
yeah.
Well,
So yeah,
Mary earlier in our conversation, our week AI weekly chat, it goes out
yeah.
on the weekend on YouTube.
Hmm.
She mentioned that research from LinkedIn came out that of AI jobs available, only 25% are being filled by women. So
Mm-hmm.
women are falling behind in the AI field.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm very curious to go and find out why. What is it? Is it because it's considered a man's field, which it's not? I
No,
mean,
there is no
are
gender.
there? Yeah, but I mean, we know some jobs were historically
Mm-hmm.
dominated by certain sexes or genders. So I'm very curious about that because the way we teach AI with the human in the loop and being creative and having conversations with AI, I think women are very well suited because women, I do believe, speak better than men. A
Mm-hmm.
lot of men find difficult to express themselves. Women are better, or am I wrong? Do women not speak
Depends.
better?
Yeah, I think they are a little slow taking time and then probably they're reflecting. I can say for myself, and I'm observing many people that it's not it even the same thing again. It's not gender basis. It depends. I mean, many people they feel that they can express, but maybe there are certain reasons that maybe they feel that somebody is going to judge me. Okay, let it be. Let me not say. So I think this is the main reason for not being so expressive. This is nothing to do with gender, but
Okay.
many people they do have courage to express. Very few people they do have courage. So I don't think it's gender basis. And I have seen many people who I felt that um, they're very calm and less talkative, not like me. But once they start, oh God, who is going to stop them? That is also the same thing for men. I've seen that, somebody has to tell that person, stop, So this is not actually gender basis, I think, but
Okay.
mostly a little kind of being responsible. See, as a mom, I can tell my story, right? That multiple responsibilities and commitment you have to play. It is not that a burden. It is like you are doing by your own choice, right? and you're very happy with that. So sometimes we used to think that multitasking is a very good thing, but right now it is not. Doctors are saying it is not good thing. So multitasking as a term, we felt that we were very proud that we are very, okay with multitasking. One side this, one side that, and but right now this idea is, people are saying that no, this is not because brain cannot take. So there is a difference that practicing multiple things at the same time, learning multiple at the same time, and concentrating on one thing or two things. Uh, there, I think to some extent comes the gender, mom and dad. But because that is also because few walks cannot be replaced by dad, or few walks cannot be replaced by mom. So
Mm.
probably when kids were small, that time was different. And when they started going to school, that time was different. Now they're going to the colleges, that time is different. So, but your commitment is there always to, guide them, to mentor them, and a lot of things. So every day, I think brain is not ready to settle down in one focus point. So probably the expression is more than, as you said, but still I don't feel that it can't be replaceable, mom and dad and gender and all that stuff. It depends on the human being. Maybe if you're talking about me, as you know, I'm more into nature. I'm more into photography. I'm more into, kind of read something new, paragraph. I'm more into inclined spiritually. Spiritual is not God related, but interconnectedness or inner connectedness. I'm more believing in this because when I was child, I've been taught in this way. So I felt that, okay, I'd like to share that. I was talking with a parent, and they're having a trouble with their kids. So I know we are making it something different way, but as you said, that parents, yeah, when I asked them that, is there any window for this child that whole their certain activities, and the child can create a corner for her own or his own? They said no. And first they didn't understand. And I explained, and they got to know that, ah, mom was saying that when I was a child, there was a open land in my backyard, and it was a rice field. So here the rice fields are unlimited, like the sea. Okay, you can see, you can spend quality of time. So she said that that rice field is still there, and whenever I visit my home, first I need to go and spend time. And I studied my college, university, everything. That window is there. So I realized that that window is missing for this child. Means external factors are so many that the child is doing everything but cannot come back to inner core. So this
Mm.
kind of practices I've been taught since childhood by my parents, and I'm more into it. So maybe whenever I get time, because I'm not concentrating on learning AI and learning other tools, whenever I'm getting time, I just try to come back because so many walks I have to do. Maybe that is the reason, and there is no other reason like not learning AI or something. Very little time I'm getting, so I need to check that. Okay, I'm in my island or where I am.
So the
Because
time you get,
yeah,
you spend that on something rewarding for yourself.
I don't carry anything. I'm just sitting blank. I don't have my phone. I don't have any book to read. I don't even have my laptop. Nothing. Just I'm sitting. So
No,
that
so you
time
find that rewarding.
that because I know the value of silence maybe, and it's offering 1,000 questions and answers which
Mm.
noise can't give it to you. So probably end of the day, I'm looking for that silence and try to reflect. So it's an hobby or passion maybe. So
Yeah, I mean, I think,
yeah,
no, I mean, I hear you. I think time for reflection is important. If
yeah.
we constantly chase and not reflect, because reflection gives you the opportunity as well to reflect on how you turned up,
Hmm.
not just on the bigger questions, but on how you turn up as a human being.
Hmm.
And if you can do that and you're willing to grow your self awareness, I think it's a very useful practice. I see everything as a practice,
Hmm.
something
Yeah.
that you do um, with the intent of having a positive outcome. And
Hmm.
I think I love reflection in that state where you can go, how did I turn up in that? Or how did I turn up in that? And did I turn up as my best version? The one that I carry with me that I aspire to be. So
Hmm.
if I didn't, then what did I do that I could do better next time? And
Hmm.
well, you start with the positive. What went well? And then
Hmm.
what can I improve on? And
Hmm.
then you can um, use that as a wonderful way. But I think sometimes just sitting and thinking about life. I love sitting out there and watching the birds and imagining what they're thinking, or what they may be experiencing in a moment. Um, yeah, reflection is a wonderful space. But again, um, I don't have hours for that. I have to have it as a practice that I can
Hmm.
go, this is something I'm doing in this moment. And I do that frequently, the same way as I have it as a practice to check in with myself frequently throughout a day. Because I think a lot of people don't do that, and then they don't know really how they respond to life. They have big feelings. They have anger. They have the, they have anxiety that builds. They have burnout that builds. Um, but they don't know why, and then don't reflect enough and practice enough self-awareness that they can go, oh, this and that is causing me this feeling that I'm not comfortable with. And I know a lot of people will go, oh, just sit with the feeling. It's a feeling. Yeah, blah, blah, blah. If you're not comfortable with it and it keeps coming up for you, being able to go, what is it about this feeling I don't like or this experience? And
Hmm.
how and what can I do to change my response to the feeling or
Hmm.
change the reason for me experiencing the feeling in the first place? Well, I mean, we both know then it's often about it's not the thing, but our
Hmm.
mental measure of the thing. And then we can address it from both those perspectives.
Right. Right. No, it's not that when I try to reflect, I just try to reflect about me. Mostly not. But I'm just allowing my mind to travel wherever it takes. Like there is no restrictions. Maybe sometimes I'm touching the painful zone and I'm allowing that, okay, fine, let it be. Because if I try to control, then I will be more into. If I
Mm.
try to offer some tea or coffee, then it will be more. So, okay, fine, let me take this and touched and then come back. So it's a good practice for many if they, even we all can try. It's a good practice because our days are going to get started from this gadget, phones and all. And the whole day we are so dependent on this gadget. Everybody is aware of it. But our brain is not like that, right? So our brain needs some oxygen. So
Yeah,
probably, yeah. So Yeah. So I'm quite interested to know your um perspective about taking care of people, as you said, that your whole purpose is do something good for people. Here comes the kindness. So, do you like to share anything about kindness?
You know me, Maitri. I find words like kindness. Um, hmm.
You are kind soul. You are a
Yeah,
beautiful
but I
soul.
also, but a lot of people use the word kind, and I think, ugh, it's sorry, but there's a part of me that because people use it as this halo. Oh, I'm a kind person. I want to be kind. Sometimes I'm an asshole. I mean, sorry, but sometimes I don't know if that's the kind of language allowed on your podcast, but I'm not always a kind person because, um, but the most of the time, I guess you can say what I do may be seen as kind when what I'm doing is to help everybody lead a better life. So is that kindness? I don't know. I don't want anything um, from it apart from the value of the service I offer, etc., or the products. Um, I don't want to wear this halo of I'm such so kind. So don't get me wrong. I maybe have issues with the word unnecessarily. It's like I don't like the word guru because I'm nobody's guru. I'm not comfortable with the word because it takes away from the other person. It's like people will often say, "Oh, you have to be a leader. People look up to you be a leader." And I'm like, no, 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 no. I just want to, if I have to be a leader, the only place I want to lead people to is where they can go, "Oh, I don't need a leader. I can do this myself because I am empowered within myself. And so that I can turn up in this world."
Mm,
So, I mean, I know that there's a lot of companies developing where not a B Corp, it's employee owned and employee managed. I have some people I network with in the UK, and they help companies change the structure from there's the boss and there's the employees, where the company turns into the employees all are stakeholders in the company and
mm,
everybody has a say. So there's
mm.
not one person and then you all do what this person says. So and I quite like that. So I guess when you talk about kindness though, there's a movie with Sandra Bullock called Is It Miss Universe? And
Mm,
in the end,
mm,
she talks about the fact that she does want peace in the world and a better place for everybody.
mm,
Something along those lines. And that's always stuck with me is isn't that a nice thing to aim for? I mean, if
mm,
you're going to aim for anything, wouldn't it be nice to know that you're aiming for every living thing on this planet to live a better, nicer, happier life? Brought maybe that's kindness. I don't know.
because you are kind, so you can feel these things. Otherwise, it is impossible to explain in this way.
Well,
So you
I'm
are
an
kind.
Okay, thank you. I'll take it from you. I'll take it. I am kind. I
Yeah,
just
you
know.
too.
I think, as you know, I always look at the other end of things. So yeah, there are times I'm kind, but I'm also allergic to toxic people. So I won't allow toxic people in my space. So I'm just happy you take that elsewhere. If you
Hmm.
want to engage with me, do not be toxic. Otherwise, I will disengage. And I think um, a lot of kind people suffer toxic people because they think it's unkind to have boundaries against those people. And I believe you should not, if you're a nice, kind, sweet person, if you can develop the capacity to have a boundary against somebody that is toxic in your work environment, because that's where it, often the bullies come in. And I've seen people struggle with this. But if you can, sorry, can you give a moment?
Yeah, sure.
Quickly, sorry about that.
No,
Um,
it's
so yeah, so I guess I always have a proviso for things because I don't think I know everything. So
mm,
there's a little bit in my mind that, you know, a, it's something I always find very difficult is people who act like they know everything or they know the absolute truth. Because I know no absolute truths. I know the truth is an ever evolving thing. Knowledge is ever evolving. And the the way I view the world, etc., evolves constantly. So when people create the ultimate truth, then I'm uncomfortable.
I have no idea what is ultimate truth, though.
I mean, you referred to religion earlier, and I have a lot of um, acquaintances and friends and people that are religious, and I can speak that language. But within that arena, I also have r- people I know that are extremely religious that can say some mean things because they know the ultimate truth and they're convinced of it. So, but I mean, this is something that goes in many areas. It's like saying um, the day is always blue. No,
Mm,
on Mars, the day is actually red from the dust, and the night is a blue that we don't have here. So, truth is dependent on perspective, and the
definitely.
further you move out um, and get less granular, truth changes.
Yeah, true. Beautiful. So, I have a last question. I think we are running out of time. So, um,
Don't say that,
it was
Maitri. Time
we
is infinite.
we can keep on going, no problem.
I'm joking. I'm
But
just teasing.
so, it's quite interesting. We are laughing, we are talking, and that's what we are for, right? This is our truth that we are spending a very good time together. So, I think for our audience, any message you'd like to share?
I don't have any profound messages. Just don't let anybody put you in their container or
Mm-hmm,
their idea of who you should be.
mm-hmm,
Don't do that. Be the beautiful expression of what you're supposed to be. Find that and live that. Um,
mm,
Not always easy,
yeah.
and it comes with some provisions, provisos, legalese. Obviously, if you can't at this moment live your best life, well, aim for it. But
Mm-hmm.
know that you have the capacity to ultimately be what you want to be.
Wow. I'm sure it is gonna make many people smile and they will say thank you.
Oh my God, so I've been both joyful and kind. It's been a day.
Yes, you are. See how we are happy. So, is there anything that you'd love to share for audience or for your close people or friends? Any message is there? Because they are going to
No,
watch.
well, if they watch, I thank them, and I hope that they are able to take something away from it. I just
Yeah,
want to thank you for inviting me to come and have a
my
chat
pleasure.
with you. It's really, I've enjoyed it,
My
as
pleasure.
I always do, and I always appreciate the kind work you do and the fact that you care so much. So,
Thank you.
so
Thank you.
appreciation to you and your time.
Thank you so much. So I'm making it stop and then I'm come back to you.
Okay.